plays and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, 180! Mike is 59, Mike is 59. Watch the pass. Hey, switch!
Now Trubisky on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. And Diggs has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Watch the end. You. Hey, ball. Banjo. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Here's Trubisky to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right to the 3. Let's go. Tie that left. Even. 4th down. Even. Check. Lucky. Gun. Kill. Joker. 8. 36.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Gun. Mike, 55. Check, 50. Squeeze, double. Mike, 5.
From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They go play action. Trubisky. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, team 6. 54 Mike. Check. Watch the
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Check. Fresno. 18. Mike's 5-4.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, it's Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. They go play action with Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check right. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You're trapped. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Let's go deep, tight. Hey, alert. Deep, tight.
Trubisky will throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Check. Look at him. Check 55 to Mike. Hey. All day, defense, all day. Check your hot read. Quick the edge. Go. Kill.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Check. Crunch.
Open man is Samuel, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's it. Big hit.
It's fourth down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 55 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Check 50, check 50. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Switch.
On 2nd and a yard, Trubisky, and he rifles one incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Play action. Now Trubisky. The quick slant caught. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Switch. Motion, I got one.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Newton. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, dog. You go tight. You got tight. You got gun. Shit. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 20. Look at him.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Hey! Watch the screen. Shoot. Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey! Under crunch. Great.
To throw again, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 7, Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Alert, 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 alert. Red, up. Hey, Echo.
Now Trubisky. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch.
They fake the give. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They run again on first down. Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Right there. 54, Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And he's able to find Diggs. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, 18. Hey, wahoo!
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike's 54.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Right there, 54, right there.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. It's complete to Fuller. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike's 54.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And Diggs has it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
180! 52. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Ran, tuck.
Check.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
Hey, Zoo.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Under 10. 10.
Ran, tuck.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
55.
On first down, Newton. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check Mike 54. Hey, box truck, box truck.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Bravo.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Returning it is Moore. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Gun.
Mike 49. Mike 49.
8.
All day. I'm coming after you.
Shift.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's got Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Will Fuller. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Red, touch. 59 mark, check.
Now it's Trubisky. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the air. Gun. Express. He's mine. 49 to Mike. 49.
Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 7 yards there and a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Newton gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Newton to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Great.
They'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.